Have you ever felt like life is running out of time, but also that we have all the time in the world? That's the paradox of time. And that's what we are talking about today. Hello, wonderful lives. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great. And if you are doing just okay, then again it's great. I'm Sneha, a girl with so many interests, but I think some deeper purpose, and I'm back with another video. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot, the paradox of time. How many of you have noticed this strange contradiction? On one hand, we say there's so much time left in life, no need to rush, we'll do everything when the time is right. And on the other hand, we hear things like life's too short to do just one thing at a time. Recently, I was going or feeling too anxious about how slow my life is going. I'm doing nothing. I have so many dreams, so much to accomplish, but I'm just doing nothing in front of all of that, all of my goals. I felt like time was slipping through my fingers. There's so much to do, so much to make it done, or the dreams, the goals, and everything that you must have. I have a lot of them, and to be very honest, I'm still in that maze. I will not say that I'm out of it, but I'm trying to figure it out. And while trying to figure it all out, that I was really trying to think about or speculate about, what there were some realizations that I got, and today I'm here to talk to you about those realizations. And there are 3 to 4 things that I want to share regarding that, and I don't think that I would be able to compile all of them in just one video, so I'll make some other videos and just see how it goes. So starting from my childhood, I've been into so many things. I had so many interests, and all I really pursued them all very sincerely, very with so much of interest and enthusiasm. Like it was not like I was doing something out of just my hobbies, or I just wanted to do that so that I was doing it. No, I felt like I should give equal priority to every single thing that I was interested in, and that's where the problem started. I don't know if that was a problem, but let's see. I've consistently tried to practice them all. I loved sketching, singing, writing, designing, exploring how everything works. I was that child who would go deep into questions at random times. So much so that in class 5th or 6th, I started feeling emotionally distant from my family. For a very long time, I think, till the end of class 10th or 11th, I didn't have great relations with my family. I became that rebel in my family, and maybe I still am, and I like this. But as I grew older, I would not say necessarily mature, but I became more of understanding. So I started to accept myself, I started to accept my family as they are, because as we grow up, there are so many things that we go through, and obviously there are so many things that our parents had gone through, and they again go through some very different things with us. So I just try to understand or accept myself and them together, so things are much better now. And I haven't completely changed, and I would not even like to, because I like the way I am today. Also, I like my, not kind of, I actually like my multidimensional personality. I've never been sure about what I ultimately want to do, and even today I'm still figuring it out. But I've completely stopped doing what I think or what I know that I don't want to do at all. I was always good at studies, but I studied mostly for marks, because obviously good marks fetch a lot of attention, and at that time you want, like, I wanted praise, so I studied for that reason. And eventually, after my 12th, I switched from science to philosophy, because that spark had always been inside me. I also found that I love research. I love learning for myself, not for marks. But I came to understand all these things after class 12th, and even after 2 years of class 12th, or 1 year, something. I enjoy science, I enjoy art, philosophy, design, everything. And no, I don't want to give up on any one of them. And that's when I realized it's not about how much time we have or how many interests we pursue. It's about how we live in each moment, what we are doing in every single moment that we have. If I can be fully present in whatever I am doing right now, whether it's one thing or four, then it's worth it. But if I'm scattered, doing everything with half-hearted energy, then it's a waste. It's not about doing more, it's about being present more. Time doesn't actually exist as we think it does. There's no past or future, there's only this moment, the one we are in right now. This moment is real. And when we live fully in this moment, clarity arises on its own. And sure, we make plans, we imagine destinations, but often we have found that life has always taken us on the other routes. The way we have decided, it's like so many times when we choose a single road towards that particular destination that we want to reach. There are several instances when maybe that road is under construction, or there is some I would not use the word shortcut, there is some, maybe any reason that we have to take the other route. Even the destination might change. Like there are so many times when we reach exactly the same destination that we have planned to, and there are times when we have reached to that destination, and the destination that we have set ourselves to has to make us reach somewhere else, maybe something way better than what we have decided to, or anything. Like things like these happens. It's not just philosophy. Things like these had happened in our life, and it does. So all of it compiles to basically what I wanted to say is there is always some kind of uncertainty in space and time. Whenever we are confined in space and time, there is always some uncertainty. And that's real. And that's actually the beauty of life as well. It's mystery of time. It's a space of possibilities, like space is space of possibilities, not uncertainties. But this moment, it's not uncertain. It's pure, it's simple, and it's just is. It exists. And as I've already discussed in my previous video, that we want to do things that completely makes us involved. But I'll be very honest, I struggle to stay in that state of being present. I think many of us do. But I'm trying, and as the quote says, a problem well stated is a problem half solved. So here's my truth. What I found for myself, I don't want to choose between my interests. I want to pursue them all. But when I do something, I want it to be the only thing that exists for me in that particular moment. The complete presence. And like I said in the last video, what we're all seeking through everything we do is something that consumes us fully, that takes us beyond time. It's not about the things we do. It's not about the number of hours. It's about that moment when we feel completely alive. And that's when clarity comes. Maybe I think clarity has always been there, or clarity is always there. It's just me who's able to see it now, like I did when I was writing the script. I know this video has been long, so I'll continue in another part because I still have more thoughts on the same topic to share with you guys. And if this video resonated with you in any way, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And please comment down below what's that, or if you don't want to comment, just try to think for yourself that what's that one moment that makes you fully present in the moment. Maybe that's the sign, or that's your calling, that's your true calling. Till then, love yourself, take care of yourselves, love everyone around you. Bye bye. See you in the next video.